The next thing I'm going to talk about is using an app called Dropbox as a tool to get stuff to and from your iPads. One of the things you can do is you can actually hook up the iPad directly to a computer and access it that way to get files on and off. That requires you to actually take each iPad and hook it in directly to the computer to do file transferring. Dropbox allows you to do this wirelessly, and I'll show you a little bit about that and give you some examples here. You can see here I've got the app Dropbox. It's the little blue box. Now I've already signed in, but one thing I wanted to point out is if you do use this app, you can see here it wants to send me push notifications. Just click don't allow, and then also the first time you ever sign in to Dropbox on an iPad with your account, it's going to ask you to do a camera upload, which means it will automatically upload any picture from your camera roll directly to your Dropbox. I would click cancel, that way you can manually select which pictures you want. Otherwise you might run into where you have kids taking picture after picture after picture, and if it automatically uploads them, you're going to have lots and lots of pictures automatically uploaded. So if you click cancel, you can see here's the files that we've used. Again, this is my personal account that I've been using. It's free to create. Once you create it, it's just like a log-on that you would use to get on the computers at school. You have a specific username and a certain password that you use to sign in wherever you're at. Doesn't matter which iPad you're on as long as it has Dropbox. Now, you can see I have the option to add the plus sign at the very top, which means that's going to upload directly into a new folder if I want to create a new folder. So if I create the plus, you can see that I can upload here or I can create a folder. So if I click upload here, it'll give me access to my camera roll. And you can see I only have one picture, but let's say that this is a student's design that they made for the number 8, and this is the one I wanted to use. So if I click on it, it gives me a blue check mark, and I click upload. You can see that it goes ahead and it uploads it directly to my Dropbox account. Now the one thing is I signed in to Dropbox on the internet so that you can see that picture that I just uploaded is automatically in my Dropbox account online now. So, and I don't have to be on, I could be on a computer at school, I could be at a computer at home, I could be at the public library if I wanted. Wherever I have internet access and I can get Dropbox, it allows me to access any of those files that have been uploaded. The one thing again is that you would actually have to sign into Dropbox on the iPad, select the photos that you want to get transferred into your own account, and you can see here it showed up on my account here, as well as it automatically shows up in my account that's on the internet. Now I said you can take and use Dropbox to get files onto your iPad as well. Now if I go into pics here, I've got a couple pictures that we've used in class. For example, I got a picture of a dime. Now if I want that picture of the dime to actually be onto my computer, or not my computer, sorry, the iPad itself, you can see at the very top of this I have that blue arrow pointing down. If I click on that, you can see I can actually save it to the photo library or copy it to clipboard. So if I actually save it to the photo library, it goes pretty quick. But now if I went out of this app and went back to the actual camera and showed you the camera roll again, you can see now I've taken that picture out of Dropbox and now it's on my camera roll permanently. So again, I'll show you that. You can see that on the camera roll, you can see the pictures that I now have on the iPad. And all I did again was from Dropbox, I already had that picture in there, and it allowed me to import that picture. Let me give you one last example of this. So let's say that you had some pictures that you wanted students to use in a presentation that they're making on the iPad. So just to kind of simplify this, let's say that I'm going to go find a picture of a football, and if I said let's do this one, so I'm going to save this image right now to my desktop. I'm just going to save it as football. So again, this is on a computer. I'm just saving that picture. Again, on the same computer. I don't have the iPad, but I need to put some pictures on the iPad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this this picture of the football. So if I click the upload option, I can choose the file that I would like, which is that football picture. You can see it uploads it. It automatically shows up on my Dropbox account. Now if I go back to the iPad, and this is what students would be able to do. Students would be able to take those pictures that you put in there for them. If they click on Dropbox, again, you can see now I'm still in my Dropbox account. The football picture now shows up. If I click on that football picture, it's not saved to my iPad yet. What I can do is if I click on that picture, click the arrow that's pointing down, again I can save it to my photo library. Now the students can use the camera and access the camera roll, and you can see there's those pictures that I've put onto the iPad from the Dropbox. So Dropbox is a great app that allows you to manage files on your iPad as well as any computer. One thing I would say is if you're completely done, so if you're sharing iPads with another class, you probably don't want those students from a different class using your Dropbox account. So when you're all the way done, you can click the gear box at the very bottom and click unlink iPad from Dropbox. And now when the next class uses this iPad and they try to use Dropbox, they would have to sign in with their class Dropbox account. So again, this is one way that you can manage files on your iPad.